Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Thomas Tuchel, this is how you announce yourself. What an announcement to make. What a performance, from the lineup to the tactics to the in-game management to the subs. Everything was perfect from Tuchel, and there's a reason why he's come to the club, yeah. And even though he's very animated on the touchline, because he wants his players showing that same concentration from the first minute to the last minute, he's coming with a cool and calm demeanor. He's coming accepting the situation at the club, and his managerial ability is absolutely shining. It's one of those games where there's so many positives. And of course, this wasn't a perfect game. I'll speak about those negatives near the end, you guys, because tonight we just beat Tottenham. People have been worried about if we have it in us to beat some of the big boys in the league. And I think with Thomas Tuchel, you guys, it does feel like we have a manager that knows exactly what he has to do. He knows exactly how to set the team up. He's assessed his options, and he's picking the right options based on their best form. And honestly, you guys, I'm so happy with the performance. Happy from everyone. I'm seeing performances in guys that I didn't think I'd be seeing again. I'm going to keep things absolutely real. I did not think I'd see it again, but you guys, if you're happy with the win today, if you're happy with Tuchel, if you're happy with the commitment we're seeing from the players, the intensity, the ability, then smash the hell out of the like button. I want to go over 2,500 likes for today's video. But anyway, you guys, we must start off by discussing the lineup, and of course Tuchel got things right. Now, I had a small inkling of a suspicion that potentially we could be seeing Hudson, Odoi and Mason Mount, so I was not too surprised when the eventual lineup did come out. Of course, it makes a ton of sense. I'll discuss that later on in the review. But tonight I saw Reece James tick, he had to play. Alonso was a surprise, but you know, for the way we're playing in the system, it makes complete sense why Tuchel has turned towards him of a bench duo at this point in time. And maybe not too surprising was Timo Werner playing up front this time. So honestly, the lineup selection from the start detailed the plan that Tuchel had today. I think now is the perfect time to speak about why we were so effective, so fluid, so destructive in that first half. And everything comes down to that right hand side and your Mason Mounts, your Hudson Odois, your Reece James. I mean, you know, I tweeted this in the game. One thing that we can't reduce or dismiss is that understanding, and that deep understanding where players know exactly where their teammates are going to be. It's like that sixth sense. And with guys like Reece, Hudson Odoi and Mason Mount, who've been playing together for years and years and years, they had like a telepathic understanding of when to move into space, when to move in field. Their wide rotations were incredible tonight. Spurs could not cope at all. And of course, Tuchel played his part to maximize this even more. And just the game plan, just seeing what Tuchel's brought. He has brought a bit of those automatisms to the team. I think certain players needs that, you know, specific instructions in regards to what to do here, then where, there, which is fine. It happens all the time. I mean, we won the league under Conte using similar principles. So with Tuchel, he knew that overloading the right-hand side was going to be key against Spurs, but it was how he overloaded the flank, which effectively won the game for us in the first half, you guys. I mean, Hudson Odoi playing more in fields. Mason Mount leaving this position on the left-hand side, you know, creating those double-up opportunities where we were overloading Spurs down that right-hand side. You know, we were outmanning them constantly. And, you know, when you've got players that can play one touch, that understand how to play into space, how to move in behind, it really provided some exceptional moments of football in that first half. Whenever Mason Mount was coming down to the right-hand side to link up with Hudson Odoi, he was effectively bringing a Spurs midfield player with him. And by doing that, of course, that freed up the spaces for Timo Werner to run in between the Spurs defense, and for Marcus Alonso to actually get in the box and provide that goal threat. So, of course, the way we played was brilliant. The players performed the system down to a T. And I must say, and I have to say this, I've been rating these guys for a very long time. You guys know this. You guys have been listening to me for a long time for very, very good reason, because our football club has one of the best academies on the planet. And your players and your Hudson Odois, your Jameses, your Mounts, and so many more. It's proof now, after seeing what these guys did from last season, after seeing what they're doing now, after seeing Tuchel instantly trusting these guys, playing them in the key games, using these guys consistently since he's come in, that these guys are the real deal, and that our academy produces players that are the real deal. For me, you guys, it would be an absolute travesty if we weren't looking towards our academy first. really respecting the talent that we're producing, because how often over the past 18 months now has it been academy grads that have been bringing the quality, that have been bringing the decisive moments, that have been winning us the games? They effectively got us a top 4 spot last season, and after seeing how they played that key, crucial part in breaking down Spurs in the first half, we can never, ever dismiss our academy. And with what Tuchel said in that press conference, him seeing the quality himself, you guys, I feel so confident that Tuchel, he knows what he's doing. Now, I must discuss some of the players. Of course, there is going to be a player ratings video coming out afterwards where I'm going to go into full detail on every single guy on the field today. So if I don't speak about them in the review, it's not a personal thing, it's just a time constraint thing, you guys. But some of the guys I must speak about, Mason Mount, I'm going to start with first. I've said it for a long time, people that have been dismissing him and downplaying his abilities and reducing his abilities. You've just not understood the player. Tonight, this was a masterclass in movement, in spatial awareness, and understanding how to really cause damage and break down teams with movement. And, you know, Mason Mount being given this free role under Tuchel so far, unreal, honestly, unreal. He plays the game at such a quick pace. His half turns one of the best in the league for me personally. He constantly creates positive moments, and now that he's feeling more comfortable and confident in the league, we're seeing his individual ability, we're seeing his technical abilities, you guys. And for me, the most impressive thing was his movement, because even in that second half, he was playing basically as a false 9. I'm just thinking, how many guys are there that can play in so many different roles, so many different ways, and still bring that quality? As he improves, once he starts to, you know, turn this great play into goals in the back of the net, we're looking at a very serious player, you guys. And for me, he deserved the Man of the Match award, because again, he plays that key, crucial part in Tuchel's system that really helps elevate the entire team. So Mason Mount, credit to him. And of course, another player that I want to speak about is going to be Jorginho now. Honestly, he was playing some very nice passes in the half spaces, and you know, Jorginho needs that. He does need that, and he is getting that in Tuchel's system. But I have to praise him for that penalty. I mean, to step up, eradicate his previous technique, just putting the ego to his sides. Not that it dominates him, but you know, it's footballers on big money. You know, these guys, when they play one certain way, they maintain that. But to put that away, focusing more on guaranteeing the ball goes in the back of the net, scoring that crucial penalty. And then I thought, as the game was going on too, you know, his desire, his defensive reading, the interceptions, I thought he was very good today. And, you know, credit has to go to Jorginho, but I mean, I can honestly go on. I'm looking at Reece James. He's destined to be one of the best right backs in the world, best right wing backs, best right-sided defenders in the world, you guys, because the composure this guy played with tonight, it's all the details in this game, you guys. It's how he uses his body to shield the ball effectively. It's how man just absolutely bounce off him when Reece says, I'm winning the ball today, he wins that. And just his understanding of how to play football. You know, first time all the time. He knows when to time his runs. He knows when to move in fields. He knows how to play those beautiful rotations on the right hand side. And honestly, you know, there's no way that Tuchel won't be relying upon Reece James as the season goes on. Exceptional performance. And for two other guys, of course, Hudson Odoi and Timo Werner. Now, with Hudson Odoi, again, it's quite clear that Tuchel really trusts this guy. And Hudson Odoi is showing that. He's, honestly, the transformation in regards to his defensive capabilities, I'm going to keep things real. I was not expecting him to be able to just, honestly, change his game around in regards to how he can press from the front foot. I mean, now that he's a lot stronger, you can see he's more muscular, he's stronger. You know, he's able to shield the ball, he's able to win his 1v1s too, and he's showing that desire to constantly go back and fight to win the ball. And you know, when you have an attacking player that can already do quite a lot of things, and now that he's got the defensive side clocked as well, once he applies his finishing ability, which he's always had, but it just has not translated yet at this point in time, it is going to come, you guys. And honestly, Hudson Odoi has the world at his feet. And, you know, I do mention Timo Werner for the final player now, because even though there were some opportunities you're hoping he can do a bit better with, the thing I saw today from Werner was his desire to press from the front. He was not giving any time or space for the goalkeeper or any Spurs defenders. He was constantly on the move, and this has been something that we have not seen too much from Timo Werner. But to display those capabilities, I mean, you need that. To be a striker in the EPL, you need your striker doing the dirty work up front. And tonight, I thought Werner showed that, and it gives me confidence to feel like, okay, the goals are going to come because he's doing the right things off the ball. You know, a few certain times, you know, the wrong decision making from guys like Pulisic or Kovacic or Mason Mount or other players too, it does affect what a striker can do. However, this was a great foundation for Werner, and I believe that he is going to continue on and take things forwards. I guess the only downside tonight, Thiago Silva getting the hamstring injury. But I mean, credit to Christensen. I mean, he came in, back three suits into a T. He was mopping up the danger, reading the game so well, and it's weird, you know. I've been saying for a while that we have players meant for different systems, etc., etc. It looks like right now Tuchel's found one that has the best balance with this set of players right now, and I guess we have to rely upon them if we have any hopes of getting a top 4 finish. So, you know what, you guys, you know, as time goes on, I do hope that our finishing improves, but a part of me feels that naturally that will happen as these young guys do get older. You know, we have a very, you know, young attack, and I can't expect these guys to be, you know, finishing every chance decisively. That's only going to come with more game time, more experience. But tonight, this was definitely a statement win. We showed everything that Tuchel would want to see: the desire, the intensity, the understanding of his football, the desire and the dirty work too when we were defending deep. Testament to Tuchel, because quite clearly and obviously, all the players are on his side. Long may that continue, you guys, and you know, things are looking positive, things are looking bright. And on that note, I'm going to wrap things up, keep things moving. Thank you for watching. I'm EFC, this is Blue Line TV. I'll see you guys with the player ratings video, so that's going to come like maybe an hour at the end of the review, so see you guys then.